Okay, so this will just be a super quick video, or I'll try to make it super quick on just the use of Logic. Okay, so I'll just open this program. And sometimes you can open one you've already saved, but I'm just going to go empty project. Okay, you'll get this. Now, let's say I want to do some podcasting, right? So I've got an English assignment, and I'm doing an interview, something like that. Okay, so everything's default. So I want to go audio, because I'm going to plug in a microphone, and I'm going to choose input 1. You can choose up to input 1,000,000, but this machine only has 4 inputs, which is pretty good. So I'm going to choose input 1. That's the most common mistake. It's not making sound. You've plugged it into the wrong thing, or you've chosen the wrong thing here. So input 1 is for that, and I'm just going to go create, and that's created a track. Okay. Then what I'm going to do is I'm going to go here. Okay, in this box here, bring it over. All our microphones. Okay, that's why I keep them there. There's 2 that are out because year 8 girls are using them at the moment. So I'll just use this one here. Maybe this one. And for talking, I like to use the ones with the on-off switch on the microphone. They're not the best for singing, but they're best for doing interviews, because if you don't hear your own breathing, you can switch it off. Okay, so I've got a microphone, put that there. And then what I'll do is I need to grab one of these cords. It'll look like this. Okay, this is called an XLR cord. Okay, the X stands for power. I don't really know how that works, and then left and right because they're stereo. There's a male and female end. You should be able to work out which is which. This one will plug straight into here, like that, into that machine. And then the opposite end will go into the microphone. So that's plugged in. Now what you'll notice is that making sure the mic's on, there won't be that much sound. You can clearly see here that the channel is receiving some volume from me. But what you need to realize is, think of like sound just like water, okay? And so, or voltage and current, we have similar ideas in sound. So we have volume and we have gain, right? So the volume's up, okay, but why can't I still hear anything? That's like turning the tap on to get more water, but if you have bad water pressure, it doesn't matter how much you turn the tap on. So this knob here, it says gain. Gain is your water pressure. So I'm gonna speak into this microphone. I'm just gonna turn these speakers off by turning the big knob, because otherwise the microphone will pick up the sound and we'll get a loop. Now, I'm gonna speak into this as I turn this gain knob, the pressure for the sound, as an analogy, and it's going to change color. And what we want to do is just speak. I speak quite loudly. Some people are a bit more quiet speaking. Speak like you normally would, and we're going to turn it until it goes green, until it almost goes orange. So this is the gain, right? So nothing, nothing, nothing. Check, check, 1, 2, 1, 2. Check, check, 1, 2, 1, 2. Check, 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 1, 2, 1, 2. Test. So that would be just good. Now, if I speak really loudly, it's lots of orange, and even it goes red if I'm really loud. So this is sort of saying that's a good area, right? And we can see here that this is picking up. This is called clipping when it goes red. Now, I'm going to try not to feedback. I just want to demonstrate, right? So if I do this, testing 1, 2, 1, 2, 1, 2, check, check, check. But if I turn that gain down, even though the volume's up, you're not going to hear anything. So gain is really important. Check, check, 1, 2, 1, 2, 1, 2. Okay, switching the microphone off, we'll turn it off. Second thing you want to do here is you'll see this little draw library up the top left. Griffin might zoom in to see that. And what you can do is you can change the processing of the effects on the vocal channel. So this is just like standard, it's not doing anything. It sounds pretty robotic and gross. What we can do is if we go into here, voice, and I just tune like, I don't know, natural vocal, it's going to sound a bit nicer. Let's put some reverb on it. It'll be a bit nicer to hear rather than your robotic voice. So that's that. To have multiple microphones, you can do up to 4 simultaneously. You would simply press this plus button up here, but you would choose input 2 or the corresponding input, and literally repeat the process. That's it. Now, to begin recording, we need to make sure that recording is enabled. And all we do is we just press the R button for record. It's meant for music, so you'll get a count in. I'll turn my microphone on. Testing 1, 2, check, check, check. This is what it'll sound like after we're recording. You can press R or spacebar to stop. Typically, if you're doing a podcast, you'll just leave it go indefinitely until you're finished. We can then play that. Testing 1, 2, check, check, check. This is what it'll sound like after we're recording. And you can do that simultaneously with multiple microphones. And then to pack everything up, you might just file save that. And then once Logic's closed, you can unplug everything and put it back. And it's that simple. That's podcasting.